one. I found this quite hard to kind of narrow down what my top 5 foundations are because I love so many. But these are my ultimate, like, faithful, like, foundations that I love. Number 5, it's so hard to put them in an order because I like some of them equally, but I'm just gonna wing it. All 5 of these I think are amazing, so yeah. I'm going to say the MAC Studio Fix Fluid first, and the reason I love this is because it gives a really full coverage and the finish is just really nice. It's full coverage, but it's not matte, it's not super dewy, it's just kind of like satin finishing on my skin. And I wear this when I want my skin to look amazingly perfect. If I'm going clubbing at night and I just want to look flawless, or if I'm going to a special event or whatever, I really love this one. I haven't been wearing it much lately because it is NC20 and I'm NC25 to NC30 at the moment still. I haven't faded back down to this colour yet, but yeah, I really do truly love this. Once you buff it right into your skin, just like really blend it in, I just think it looks so nice. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favourites. I do find it very quite heavy, so if you like a really natural light finish, then it's not for you. Next, very similar to MAC Studio Fix Fluid, I find is Revlon Colorstay. I love it. They've recently changed the formula, I haven't tried that one, but this is just the regular one. I always go for the combination oily skin formula because I find that the dry skin formula really oxidizes real bad. This colour here is in natural beige and I just find the finish is always nice. It is quite hard to work with and it dries quite quickly, but I love mixing this with just like any other foundation to add more coverage to the foundation, and it just always looks really good on the skin. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but yeah, it just gives a really nice finish, and I just like the way my skin looks when I wear this. There's not much to it. It's just an old faithful product of mine, the first ever foundation I ever owned, and I don't know, I'll just always have a place in my heart for this, and I'll always have it in my collection for when I feel like wearing it. It's just one of those things I'll keep repurchasing all the time. Next I have the Loreal Lumi Magique Light Infusing Foundation. This is in the colour N3 Pure Linen, and I just love the finish of this, and it stays looking nice and dewy even once you set it with like a powder, and I just love the finish. I think it looks really natural. It gives a really youthful effect. I just love it. I haven't been using this recently as much as I should be because it's winter here. Well, it's autumn here, going into winter, and my skin's quite dry and this will be amazing. If you've got really oily skin, I have no idea how this performs, but for me, I have normal skin, sometimes slightly dry, but fairly normal. I can use any kind of foundation usually. I don't know, I just love this so much, and whenever I wear it, my skin just looks so pretty. Like, there's no other way to describe it. I just think it's really pretty. You don't have to use much. You can do a really thin layer. The coverage really good. It's not super natural, but it doesn't look heavy on the skin, and it blends out really easily. So yeah, I love this one. Next, NARS Sheer Glow. I love NARS Sheer Glow so much. I actually have a couple because I'm in between colours, so I mix them together. But I just love the formula of this. So light and so fresh. I don't feel like I'm caked up in makeup when I wear this. I feel like it just gives me a really even skin tone. I don't have to use much, but if I do want to have a bit more coverage, you can put on a couple layers and it doesn't look cakey, and it just looks so beautiful. And just like the Lumi, like, it just gives the most beautiful skin texture. A lot of people have raved about this foundation in the past, and yeah, I love it. It's so easy to blend, so easy to slap on. I can use my fingers, I can use a brush, I can use a sponge. It's really easy, and the packaging's really cute. I really just like this packaging as well, apart from the matte lid, but whatever. And then my number one, this probably is my ultimate favorite foundation. I need to get a new color though because it's a little bit dark, working towards being a little bit dark for me. This is shade 4.0, Naked Skin Foundation by Urban Decay. Love their Naked line. This is just, it says it's weightless, ultra definition liquid makeup. Weightless, definitely. So light on the skin, can't feel it. Gives a beautiful texture. I like to use this with a beauty blender, and it just blends out so flawlessly. Really good coverage with such a tiny amount, but it's not like thick coverage. It's just, it evens out your skin tone really nicely, and you can still see freckles and stuff underneath it, but that's what I like. I reckon it looks really pretty, and just like, I don't know, the finish is really lovely. It says it's naked skin, and it literally is like skin. Like, you put it on, it's got a skin-like finish. I still like to finish off with like a powder just for extra staying power, like lasting power, but it's just so nice, and I just love it. And I love how there's like a little bead in there, so you can actually shake it up really well. Not many foundations do that. And it's got a pump. The packaging is really good and you can still see how much you've got left. No animal testing, no parabens, blah blah blah. I'm really impressed by this. I get mine off Beauty Bay, by the way. I'll put all the links down below where you can get these kinds of things if I can find them. So yeah, those are my top 5 foundations at the moment. I also have some other ones. I just want to have like an honorable mention. I didn't put this in this video because I have only used this like maybe 5 or 6 times, so I didn't feel like it was a true favorite because all these other ones I've been using for like, you know, at least a few months. This is the Bourjois Flower Perfection and I find it very similar to Revlon Colorstay foundation. Very good coverage, full coverage foundation, a little bit easier to blend out than Revlon Colorstay. Quite thick but not cakey looking unless you don't buff it in. Like if you just sit it on the top of your skin it can look quite cakey, but I like to really buff it in. It's what I'm wearing today and it gives flawless coverage. It covers up everything. It's also got a little sponge up the top that you can use, and it's got a pump bottle. The packaging is kind of tinny looking, tacky looking, but it's a really good product, like for if you really want full coverage foundation, which sometimes I feel like wearing it, but I'm not a huge fan of it anymore. But sometimes when I want full coverage, I feel like this will be what I reach out for, this or one of the ones I just mentioned. So yeah, that's my honourable mention. And then I have some other foundations here that I think are okay, but we won't go into that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a really good day and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!